Once upon a time in a quaint little town, there lived a middle-aged woman named Elizabeth. She had always been passionate about writing but never had the courage to pursue it. Her life had taken a different path, and she had spent her years working in a bank, raising her 2 children, and taking care of her family. With her kids all grown up and her husband recently retired, Elizabeth found herself at a crossroads in her life. One evening, as Elizabeth sat on her porch sipping tea, she watched the sun setting on the horizon and realized that her long-held dream of becoming a writer still burned brightly within her. She knew she couldn't ignore it any longer. That night, she mustered the courage to share her dream with her husband, Tom, and their children. They were surprised but supportive, albeit a little skeptical. The next day, Elizabeth set to work. She cleared out a corner of her attic and transformed it into a cozy writing nook. She spent hours every day pouring her heart and soul onto the pages of her laptop, shaping characters and weaving stories from the tapestry of her imagination. Elizabeth was undeterred by her family's skepticism and the whispering doubts in her own mind. She knew she had a story to tell, and she wouldn't stop until it was complete. Months went by, and Elizabeth's novel began to take shape. She researched publishers and learned about the process of getting a book published. With her manuscript finally complete, she took a deep breath and sent it off to several literary agents, hoping against hope that one of them would see the potential in her story. Weeks turned into months, and rejections piled up in her inbox. Elizabeth's resolve began to waver. Self-doubt crept in, and she wondered if she had made a mistake in chasing her dream. But every time she felt like giving up, she remembered the fire in her heart and pressed on, refining her manuscript and continuing her search for an agent. Then, one day, an email arrived that would change Elizabeth's life forever. A prominent literary agent had read her manuscript and was captivated by her storytelling. The agent believed in Elizabeth's talent and agreed to represent her. With renewed confidence, Elizabeth worked closely with her agent, editing and polishing her novel to perfection. Finally, the day came when Elizabeth's debut novel, The Unwritten Chapter, hit bookstore shelves. To her amazement, it became a bestseller. Readers across the country were moved by her story, and she received countless messages from people who felt inspired to pursue their own dreams, regardless of their age. Elizabeth's success taught her that it's never too late to chase your dreams, and her journey became a shining example for others. Her once skeptical family beamed with pride and admiration, and they all knew that Elizabeth had found her true calling. From that day forward, Elizabeth continued to write, sharing her stories with the world and inspiring others to believe in the power of their dreams. She proved that it's never too late to begin the unwritten chapter of your life.